Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the X-Men 5-pack. Now this includes some proper random, excuse the pun, characters. For those of you that don't know, one of the characters in this box set is actually called Random. Now down on the side you can see the 5 different characters included. And on the other side you see the artistic render, the drawing as well. Artistic render? The drawing, the illustration. On the back you can see the renders of the characters and they're just kind of displayed as they are. That's it, they're there. Let's open it up and take a look. Now this is part of the plastic free packaging, so it's got one of them cardboard inserts in the middle and you can't really tell what's inside the box until you open it up. Now it's part of the 60-year anniversary set, so as you can see there on the top. The box is really good looking. Now one thing that I must say that's very positive about this plastic free packaging, especially in regards to these big boxes, is you get a really nice large illustration like you just saw. Now take this out, this is obviously the portal and all of the pieces kind of come flying out and you can see kind of where they're displayed. So there's 5 characters in there, and from what I can see from my kind of initial initial assessment, it looks like everything is where it should be. So let's just pull all the pieces out. This is very exciting indeed. Now this particular 5-pack did cause a little bit of controversy because some people were really hyped about it, others were a little bit disappointed with some of the choices. For me personally, I'm actually really excited about it. It's 5 characters that we've not had before, or one we've had before, but 4 characters we've not had before and a much needed update on one of them. Now in this particular video we are going to focus solely on STRYFE, so let's get rid of the rest and just look at STRYFE. Here he is. Now he is lacking some accessories. The only accessories that you get with him is a pair of alternate hands, which is a little bit of a shame because the 2014 version that we got as part of the Jubilee Toys R Us exclusive wave, Jubilee Build-A-Figure Toys R Us exclusive wave in 2014, had the sword. Now one thing to note very early on is this hasn't even got a sword holding hand. You got a closed fist, an open hand, and then 2 other closed fists by the look of it. You got 2 open hands and 2 closed fists. What am I talking about? However, looking at him, he is a huge improvement in my opinion. Now essentially he is the same figure. It's repainted and it's got a new head sculpt. Now I've got to say, this new head sculpt in my personal opinion is 100% times better than what we had before, and I really like the two-tone on him as well. Now I don't know whether they're using a different plastic than they did in 2014, but he seems to look a lot more metallic. He seems to look a lot more like I would expect him to look and remembered him looking in the comic books. But for the majority, from what I can remember, because I did have the 2014 one, it was a really hard one to get in the UK. The Toys R Us exclusive wave, Build-A-Figure Jubilee wave, there was 4 figures in it, 5 figures in it I think, and it was really hard to come by over here in the UK. And STRYFE went for absolute silly money on the aftermarket, and I had him in my collection for years and years. And then I kind of finally thought, you know what, I'm going to get rid of him because I'm sure we're due an update soon because he was looking quite dated. And here we go. Literally about 6 months after I parted ways with my STRYFE, they announced this one. So yeah, I was quite happy with that gamble. But this is definitely an upgrade in my opinion. He just looks better under the light. He looks better in hand. This new head sculpt is so much bigger, so much beefier, a lot more sharp. And I think it just makes the body look completely different. Now the other one didn't have this kind of two-tone blue and silver. But yeah, he's just an awesome looking figure. They've also made him pinless, which is a really nice touch. He just looks like a really modern version of the figure, even though there are a lot of reused parts here. I love all the spikes coming out of him, and I think with this head sculpt it just really kind of accentuates, if that's the correct word to use, all of the spikes and the sharp edges on him. I am massively disappointed that we haven't got a sword holding hand, because I've got a whole bunch of swords and I know he had a specific sword, but I could have put a sword with him, which is a shame, but I can kind of look past it because of the new head. And the thing that made it quite expensive on the aftermarket, the old one that was, the 2014, was if it had the sword or not. A lot of people wanted to have the sword, so if somebody had lost it, the figure didn't go for anywhere near as much. So it is a shame that this re-release doesn't have a sword, but then again it does make that 2014 one a little bit more unique, even though in my personal opinion the sword was a little bit naff. However, this one definitely worth buying. I mean, in my opinion, it's worth picking up the box set just for this figure. Obviously, this figure isn't worth the money, but as on its own, but as part of the 5-pack, it's definitely cool. The only thing I would say is a little bit hard to stand up, as you can see from this video, so I've just got to get the kind of balance right on his leg. And here he is with the rest of that 5-pack, and as you can see, they all just look really cool together. I think it's a really cool 5-pack. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, check out my channel for the other 4 reviews, and I guess I'll see you soon.